Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're unlocking what I like to call an elite linguistic cheat code. If you're looking to instantly elevate your rhetorical style and literally command a room, well, you are in the right place. Let's dive straight into mastering English inversion.
So you might be wondering, why do top-tier professionals and writers intentionally flip their sentences completely upside down? Why go for this whole Yoda effect instead of just sticking to standard, predictable syntax? Well, the answer is simple. It's power. Inversion, you see, isn't really for casual, everyday chatter. It's a high-level tool. We use it to create dramatic emphasis, build suspense, or establish a really authoritative, highly formal tone.
Let's break down exactly what we're talking about here. Basically, inversion is a structural phenomenon where we take the traditional sentence layout and just reverse it. Specifically, the helping verb, also known as the auxiliary verb, moves right ahead of the subject. It's actually the exact same mechanic we use when we ask a question, but in this case, we are making a definitive, incredibly powerful statement.
Notice the immediate stylistic upgrade here. Saying I have never seen such a system is, well, it's fine, it's standard. But listen to this. Never have I seen such a system. Man, that just commands attention, doesn't it? You can absolutely hear the difference. It's so much more dynamic.
Okay, so to pull this off correctly, you really just need to know the golden auxiliary rule. If your sentence already has an auxiliary verb, words like have, be, will, or can, you simply swap its position with the subject, just move that auxiliary right to the front, and boom, your standard sentence instantly transforms into an inverted powerhouse.
But hey, what if you don't have a pre-existing auxiliary verb? Well, for the present or past simple tense, you just bring in a dummy auxiliary. I'm talking about do, does, or did. So, the note rarely runs smoothly suddenly becomes rarely does the note run smoothly. See what happened? We just brought in does to make that flip work perfectly.
Section 1. Triggers, negative adverbs, and conditionals.
Now these right here are your heavy hitters. Whenever you place a negative or restrictive adverb at the very beginning of a sentence, it basically acts as a trigger that demands immediate inversion. I'm talking about phrases like under no circumstances, seldom, or not only. Throwing these at the front signals to your listener that what's coming next carries immense, undeniable emphasis.
Another incredibly sleek trigger is the inverted conditional. Honestly, in corporate communication, this is a total game changer. You can literally drop the word if entirely. So instead of saying, if you need more information, you just lead with should, as in, should you need more information? Or for past regrets, lead with had, like, had I known earlier. It just sounds highly decisive, right?
Section 2. The trapdoor. Fixing the 4 common inversion mistakes.
All right, consider this your threat assessment. When you're attempting inversion, there are basically 4 major structural dangers you really need to watch out for. Let's knock them out one by one.
Trap number 1 is forgetting the base verb. Look, once you introduce that dummy auxiliary did or does, your main action verb absolutely must drop down to its raw base form. It is seldom did the system process, not processed. The word did is already handling all the past tense work for you.
Moving on to trap number 2, the deceptive only cluster. Expressions like only when or only after are super tricky. Why? Because you must delay your inversion. Seriously, do not invert the clause right next to only when. You have to let that first clause play out normally. Only when the team arrived, and then, and only then, drop your inversion into the main clause. Did they start the setup? Okay, trap number 3 is mixing up timeline conjunctions. Listen, this is an ironclad law of grammar. Hardly always pairs with when, but no sooner strictly pairs with than. Saying no sooner when is a massive red flag. Always use than. And finally, trap number 4, the dreaded double negative. Remember, that negative adverb at the front of your sentence, like under no circumstances, is already doing all the heavy lifting. Because of that, the entire rest of the sentence must stay positive. Please, do not add a not later on. Under no circumstances should you share is the way to do it. It's correct, it's sharp, and it's highly authoritative.
Section 3. Inversion memory life hacks.
Take a mental screenshot of these highly predictable structural patterns. Notice the rhythm here. A negative adverb is followed by an auxiliary. The simple past triggers did plus the base verb. No sooner pairs perfectly with had and ban. And conditional 3 just drops the if entirely to start with had. Memorize these quick life hacks and trust me, you will never stumble. Just listen to this one final time.
Never have I seen such a dedicated study group. See how clean that is? It's punchy, and it leaves a really powerful, lingering impression. That right there is the exact elite stylistic register you are unlocking with this explainer today.
So, I'll leave you with this provocative challenge. Where are you going to unleash your first inverted sentence today? Seriously, try it out in your next high-stakes email or maybe a major presentation, and just watch how the room reacts to your absolute command of the language. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.